In this edition of INN CEO Talks, I'm joined by John Gravelle, the president and CEO of Foremost Lithium. And we're talking about what appears to be a recession-proof metal. Yes, that's right. We're talking about lithium. John, welcome.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here, sir.
You know, this morning I was looking at the price of China battery-grade lithium, which is sort of the benchmark around lithium prices. It's at $477,000 a ton. And I note that that's up a whopping 495% from January 2021. What's going on in this market and why is it important that we expand the delivery of lithium supply from North America?
Well, yeah, I see. Of course, lithium, like other battery complex metals, is being driven by the market for electric vehicles and the demand that has come on as a result of that revolution. The interesting thing about lithium and why I like it so much is that it seems to be a common denominator in different battery chemistries. So in North America, lithium and cobalt is a common chemistry used in batteries, whereas in China, they seem to be going towards a lithium iron phosphate blend. But while there are some substitutions being done, so you can see cobalt being substituted for iron and phosphate, lithium is a common denominator in there, and I just really see the the demand story and the future for lithium being very strong.
It's strong in China, where China can't even meet its own supply. But now we take a look at the move towards electric vehicles in North America. President Biden's pushing for it. But at the moment, estimates say it's going to be really hard to meet that demand. So the demand versus supply equation is going to be out of whack for quite some time. And that's really going to drive up prices.
I agree. Well, the prices are already very high, and there is supply that's coming. There is supply that's coming online, but that supply is needed. So as you say, a lot of the factories that currently take what we call spodumene in the hard rock lithium business, a lot of those factories that convert spodumene into lithium compounds that can be used in batteries, those are in China. But a lot of the new plants that are going to do that are in North America and in Europe. All the plants in China currently have the supply locked up for lithium coming from the mines. They're not going to be giving that up. They're going to keep using that because they have their own revolution going on. So all these new plants that are being built in North America and Europe and elsewhere in Asia, they're going to need new sources of lithium, and that really adds to the, it really validates the view on high prices of lithium.
So let's talk about your Peg North acquisition. Tell us about it and how that's going to help to meet some of that demand.
Yeah, and that's a huge acquisition for us. So that takes that's around 17,000 acres of claims in Manitoba. And it's going to increase our total number of claims to 43,000. So you can see that's just a huge acquisition for us. And those projects are in Manitoba. And I like operating in Manitoba. I think a lot of the companies that are looking for sources of lithium in other jurisdictions, they're going to have some bad surprises as they find out about the risks that come along with mining, on getting permits, on getting power, on getting water to be used. They're going to run into some problems, and they're going to find out that mining projects can get canceled, and lithium, while they might have good exploration results, the lithium may end up staying in the ground. But Manitoba is a great jurisdiction. Snow Lake, where our projects are, there's been mining there for decades. It's a well-established community with suppliers to the industry. There's power, there's water, there's rail, there's highways. It's ready to go. So that's what I really like about that jurisdiction and our properties.
So tell me where you're at on your properties. I know that you've had drills in the ground and that you've done extensive, drilling to find out particular results. But what are those telling you, and where do you go from here?
So we on our Zoro project, we've identified an inferred resource of just over 1 million tons of lithium, and we published our 43101 report where more details can be seen on that. On the other project, we've been moving forward with a disciplined approach to to exploration, and what that means is we'll do magnetic surveys on the properties, and we're doing those by drones, which can fly, which is interesting. They can fly very low, say 25 meters altitude, and they can get a very good read and good pictures of what's on the property. So once we do the mag surveys with the drones, we then move into do prospecting, so walk the boots on the ground, walk the property. Then we do geochem work on the projects. And what that helps us to do is identify the high priority targets. And before acquiring Peg North, we had 30 of those targets identified, and we're going to continue with drilling on those projects. And then Peg North just opens up a whole new ball game with a number of different targets that can keep us continuing to drill. So we're gonna be looking to doing a drilling campaign that will have two drill rigs going in order to get more information on those projects, build up our resource, and ultimately build it to a stage where we can start mining lithium.
Okay, so that actually brings up an interesting question for a lot of people. They won't know Foremost Lithium. Are you an exploration company, or do you envision that you're exploring and you're going to go to build out and ultimately operate a mine?
Yeah, we will definitely explore, and we will definitely build and operate a mine. And by that, what needs to happen is there will need to be processing of the ore from the property into 6% spodumene concentrate. Then that concentrate, which can be done at mine site, can be delivered to the factories that will produce lithium hydroxide, which is the key material that the battery manufacturers need to make the batteries. So yes, we plan to go through and have that take this through to the end.
So as we see some of those mega battery factories starting to go into construction to become online in the next couple of years, where are you at on the trajectory of being able to deliver supply when they need it?
Well, they need supply now. We unfortunately can't deliver it now. I really wish we could, but we can't deliver it now. But we're moving forward as quickly as possible, and it's hard to put a specific number of months, years on that, or a specific date on when to do it, because that's going to depend on our results of our exploration and allow us to fill that in. But we're going out as fast as we can, and we will be there for those factories. And yeah, we'll be there for those factories in the next few years.
Well, as we know, the development of a mine is a multi-year process, and it requires funding. Are you well funded?
We are just closing, as I said, we're doing exploration now, so we're just closing a flow-through share offering that will get us in the neighborhood of like over $1 million. So that's good in order to carry out our exploration for the balance of the year. And we will continue. The way the exploration business works, as you do your work and you provide your results to the market, there will be more interest. We're also able to and more opportunities to get financing. We're also able to borrow $1 million this year in order to provide us a stopgap funding until we get our flow through completed. So we've done that, so we can keep getting the exploration work going. So that's where we are.
So for investors who are really, a lot of investors are looking at the lithium space, what's the most important thing that you want them to take away from this interview about Foremost Lithium?
Well, we have a huge property footprint in Snow Lake, Manitoba, which is a jurisdiction that's been mining for years, and as a result has low geopolitical risk and permitting risk as far as mining goes. So that's one aspect. It's a big property with low risk. The other is we're in a jurisdiction where a lot of lithium's been found. Our neighbors in the area have found 10 times more lithium than we have already. And they're still at the beginning stage of the exploration cycle. So we're in the area where lithium has been found. It's a good mining jurisdiction, close to infrastructure, and this is our company is going to keep moving forward and producing additional resource. And then, I guess the final thing I'll say is we have the right people. We have Mark Bedekow as our geologist, who's very experienced, has a lot of time spent in the area, and we have the right combination of factors to deliver value for shareholders.
Well, lithium is a very, very highly watched space, and I hope that as you continue to progress with your property, that you'll come back and give us updates, because I know that a number of viewers will be wanting to follow your progress.
I will definitely do that and look forward to it. Thank you.
Great, wonderful. Thank you for your time today.